about Frontline Fiesta boys? I feel like we've been slipping on giving those guys all the credit in the world for the greatest intro in podcast history. You
Yeah,
just
pretty
hear,
killer.
You fucking hear that, and you're just like ready to hear a bunch of fucking gripes.
Yeah, you know what's coming.
You know what's coming. It's coming in fucking
Ready
hot.
to hear all the gripes, yeah.
When I hear it, my dick
Gets
goes
me red
instantly from like 6, at least to 3. You know what I mean? Like it's the half chub,
Like,
but
Yeah.
it's the gripes that get me off.
Full midnight. Full
This fucking
midnight.
show started. I wasn't even
And
thinking
beyond.
of my dick, and then the intro starts, and I'm all of a sudden like I'm with you. I'm like,
Dude,
Yeah.
I can't
I
ignore
wouldn't
it.
say I'm at
Can't ignore
midnight, but I'm at fucking 7:30.
You know what? Like, guys, can we just maybe we should just stop right now? Let's just call it quits. We'll restart it in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let's just go spray some dick in the washroom and
Okay.
come
Well,
back
I'm
and
definitely
restart.
taking my pants off if we're restarting.
Spraying dick in the washroom or the kitchen sink, Skyler.
Washroom.
Okay, look at you, mature as shit in your new house.
It's me.
Yeah, because he owns it now.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Don't want
I
to clog
own
the
it now. I
sink.
can't
You
be.
know,
No.
Yeah, you don't want to take the property value down.
The fucking like very first night we were in the house, I had to like fix a couple walls with like drywall mud,
Yeah.
and I had to like mix the batch myself. So I just did it in the kitchen sink and did it like super perfectly, so I wouldn't get any of the plaster in the fucking
drain?
like down this drain.
Yeah.
And it wasn't mixing right, and I was just like, I just need a little bit more, and like tip, and then the whole fucking bag went into the sink, and it's like the only way to get it out is to get it down the sink now. Like I have to
Yeah.
do this, right?
Just
Like
leave the water running all night.
yeah, scooped up as much as I could, turned the water on super hot, and just blasted it down the drain, right?
Yeah.
In your
Yeah.
expert opinion, you think the temperature of the water affects the degradation of drywall mud?
For sure
I
it
do
does.
believe that. I do
Okay,
believe
yeah.
that.
Sure,
I think
sure.
Yeah.
I don't think life on Earth exists without heat. It's like cooking, right?
Yeah.
You can put you can put the eggs, you can put the batter, you can put the flour and the salt in the pan, but if you don't put it on bake, it's not going to
It's
make
just gonna
a cake.
rot.
Yeah, it's going to
Whoa.
rot. And there's going to be a
Whoa,
sting.
good? That's
Yeah.
a good rhyme. Is
Yeah.
is that your rhyme?
I just made that up right
I
now.
feel like Muhammad Ali said that one time. That's a beautiful rhyme.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you probably did say that
I
at some
think
press
Muhammad-
conference.
Get your shit.
Yeah, fuck you, Muhammad.
Fuck you, Muhammad.
All of the Muhammads. Fuck them
Yeah.
dead.
Muhammad
Wow.
McLovin, was that the guy's
And he is gonna
The
get
one that
bombed.
started the
name?
religion.
Yeah.
Muhammad McLovin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Let's fucking finish this stupid intro. I'm Robert John in the beautiful Dublin, Ireland. It's been actually sunny all week long, and my mind has been blown. I haven't
Oh,
nice.
got rained on. I haven't had to get new socks midday. It's wild. It's a wild time. And then we got in the cloudy van over there. We got Mikey.
Hello.
Yeah, baby.
Where am I supposed to spray dick if I don't have a bathroom?
You fucking sprayed on the street, bro.
Fucking
Oh yeah,
ashtray.
okay.
Just
Yeah,
open the
like
door.
a man.
Like open
Yeah.
the door, let it go out, my man.
Yeah.
I like
Open
the
the
ashtray.
yeah. No, you leave the van. Just go like 2 blocks over, dude, on the street. People just
Yeah.
think you're homeless, right? They don't
He
need to
is
know you're doing
homeless.
it
He
in
lives
the van.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, I
am
could just think
not?
it's better than like leaving the van door open and sitting in it, because now they know where you
True.
live.
Well, he's
Don't
not
wanna
gonna
blow up my
fucking
spot.
sit in it.
No. Well, I'm sure he is sitting in his own sick.
Well, speaking of sitting in his own sick, there's my other brother over there, Skyler.
Oh, I'm sitting in something, and it's called
Yeah.
sweat. The backs of my legs are so sweaty right now.
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
What
I
are
Is
you
it
know.
full-blown
drinking
summer
over
there or what?
I saw you flash a pint. Is that
Oh.
Old Mill? Oh, your immunity,
Oh.
immunity
What a
idol.
stupid question. Of course it's Old Mill.
Last
We
week,
just bought
yeah,
we just bought some new to us pint glasses.
new to us. It looked
Yeah,
classy.
from-
That's why
Oh,
I
yeah.
asked.
Yeah,
It wasn't
from
your
Value
usual
Village.
travel mug.
Yeah, no, yeah, not indoors. New to us though.
Last week, when we recorded our show, I drank a bottle of wine, and Mike was like, "You should try and drink 2 bottles next week." So that's the fucking goal. I have 1 sip left in this one, and I'm gonna drink this one while we talk.
Oh, we've already been griping
Whoa,
for an
whoa.
hour.
And
I feel like
have
that- I
a
feel like
solid
I'm
white
calling
wall beside
bullshit.
me, which I will likely throw up all over.
I think you're honey dicking our fucking audience right now. I'm drinking 2 bottles tonight. Here's the empty one that I'm just finishing.
It's definitely in my belly.
When
Okay, okay.
when I logged
Piss
on to
test.
when I piss test him. When I logged on to start streaming here with RJ, he was making some faces. That face,
Yeah,
pretty much. Like as soon as I clicked on Skype, he was just chugging this wine, like making a face. Like I just gotta get it done.
Listening to Frontline Fiesta.
Yeah,
Fucking Frontline Fiesta,
exactly.
fucking
Blown up.
And let's also give a shout out to Febreze, our #1 sponsor,
Yep,
Clean your dick.
keep my van fresh.
Yeah.
and our future sponsor, Burger King and Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
Think about you every day.
Yeah, I want that fucking Tucky sponsor, I'll tell you what.
The Bucky
Oh,
and Tucky
hard.
sponsor's coming hard. Especially coming
Hard.
up on like UFC this weekend, where me and Mikey will be eating a Bucky and Tucky and watching UFC live.
Damn right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you guys, are you streaming this?
No. I
Oh,
have no
okay.
confidence
yeah,
I'm gonna
but-
be able to stay up that
Are
late.
we paying for it? Is what you're asking.
I don't have a baseball game this Saturday, so like me and the boys are doing a, they call it the 12 Pubs of Summer tour.
Wow.
So from like
In the middle of the summer.
well, it's like from 2 p.m. to 10.
Okay.
It's like a pub every hour. Does that math work?
Okay.
No, that's only like 8 hours.
That's a work day.
Yeah, but it's like I have no confidence by 3 a.m. Irish time I'll be able to watch a UFC.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I'm
that's
like
fair.
way more excited to watch UFC than this fucking stupid 12 Pubs of Summer thing. That's
You know
like-
what?
Will
if
you be able to stay up at least and have a Bucky?
I'm gonna get the Bucky early in the day.
Pre-Bucky,
Like
yeah.
there's a lot of work for me on Saturday. I gotta get the Bucky, bring
Yeah.
it home, put it on the floor so it cools nicely.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay,
Try not
okay.
to eat it all real quick.
I'm not gonna eat any of
Yeah.
it. I'm not eating
Yeah.
Bucky hot. That's fucking amateur hour.
That is amateur hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not eating the hot
It's
Bucky.
it really is.
Yeah.
Not
This isn't
eating
fucking Mary Brown's.
Yeah, I'm not eating a fucking hot Bucky. Bring
We're
the
talking
Bucky,
about the Colonel's finest.
home, drop
Bucky
it.
Tucky.
go meet
on
the
the
guys.
floor so it cools.
Not on the sill. You don't want someone coming by taking it. Some fucking
No.
No one's coming.
Promiscuous
in this
bear.
fucking
Rascal
house. There's
kids.
No way.
No.
No. Even though I live
not a
with 8
picnic
people,
basket.
there's no way anyone's coming in this room for the delicious smell of Bucky from down the hall.
No.
No, there's no way.
No.
No.
Okay.
Victor
They
and
don't-
Ruben would
that's
never
fine.
come in my room.
More Tucky for you.
It's all Tucky for me.
Yeah.
So it's like best case scenario. I get home, I eat my Bucky, and I watch UFC.
Put on your cutoff jean shorts. Yeah.
Worst
Oh,
case
yeah.
scenario, I guess I don't make it home at all. But middle case scenario, which is likely, I'll get home and eat my Bucky and fall asleep like Bucky all over
Yeah.
my face and chest.
Yeah.
Would you now?
That's
Will
a
you be
good
happy if you die in the Bucky?
Like that's eternity right
I
there,
don't
bud.
think you can
Yeah.
die from Bucky.
I think that's what happened exactly to Colonel Sanders.
No, no way he died from that.
Yeah.
He didn't live on it. That's
Wasn't
for
he
certain.
an orphan? and
Got
lived
some
forever?
chicken skin caught in his aorta. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, for sure. Just got gangrene from too much salmonella in his mustache.
You boys have any, as I open the second bottle of vino, any gripes to start the show off this week?
I got a quick gripe. I'll start us
Quick
off.
gripe or real
I
gripe?
could gripe.
I got a
gripe.
quick
I
gripe.
got a good
well, it's a
gripe.
good gripe. It's a good gripe.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's go
okay.
left to right.
All right. Like I don't know if anybody knows this about me, but like I am a big car racing fan.
You
All
are
right.
not a car racing
I am a car
What are you
racing
making
fan.
shit up for? Our audience does not want to hear this. bullshit.
Absolutely not. Paul Stacey, Canadian icon.
What do you know about
You know?
Ken Sandler?
He's handsome as fuck.
What car did he drive?
Honda.
Monte Carlo.
He did not drive a Honda.
No.
Think back to
I was
your
mo-
fucking NASCAR demo we had on Xbox.
Oh wow.
Oh, Monte
What a
Carlo
callback.
for sure.
What a callback.
Callback. Opening song was like Steppenwolf. Remember?
Oh my god, yes.
Take you back.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh fuck. But anyways, my gripe is
Eminem's car.
it's a little half and half. I guess there's two gripes here, but like, and I'm gonna make me sound old, but like car racing
Yeah.
and fucking
Dumb
just
shit.
cars in general going over like 150 kilometers an hour.
You
Like
hate
what
it.
especially, okay, not to mention, like, NASCAR, and it's like you're turning left and everybody's cheering every time the car turns left.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the whole
Like,
time.
fucking Daytona, what is it, 500? And
Yeah.
just like, all right, like, how many, like, 1,000 fucking left turns. Here we go.
But what about drag
500
racing?
left turns? Isn't that the whole point? You're just
Drag
doubling
racing?
it
I mean, if
for
That
you want
is
to do a drag, you can do a drag. I don't care what you're wearing in the car. I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, 2019, bud.
Mike being
2019.
all proud in his trans fucking
Yeah.
drag racing.
Fucking right.
My Trans Am dragon.
Just fucking dragging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, even just like cars in the real world,
Yeah.
like, why are our cars capable going like 200 kilometers an hour when
I don't know,
you
man.
get pulled over for doing 120?
I don't know.
Like, what the fuck? I think they
Okay,
should be...
I do know the actual answer, but it's not fun or funny. So I'll just let you riff here.
Riff.
Well, yeah, I'm sure the answer is just fucking stupid anyways.
Well, you need the power and torque to get up to those speeds that we're allowed to drive at. So they're
for
capable of
fuck's
going
sakes.
faster.
Okay, but there should be like a cutoff where it's like, okay,
No!
There
Yeah,
we go.
No,
Yeah.
no. What is this, Nazi
I
Germany?
remember like
No,
back
it's
in the
better.
day, Skyler, like,
Better.
maybe like
Better.
Cut
I don't
you
know-
off before.
I don't know the manufacturer. I'm just gonna throw Ford under the bus for no reason. But like me and
Yeah.
Skyler grew up in a Ford
Good by
Cougar
me.
household.
Oh, yeah.
What's in my
Mercury Cougar.
Is it
Mercury.
Mercury? Look at
Yeah,
you.
but it's
fucking
Ford. Ford,
goddamn
Mercury,
Yeah.
yeah.
Whatever.
Gonna buy me a Mercury.
Yeah. Fucking put your dick in your own ass, buddy.
That's how you go 200 miles an hour, bud.
But like our
You gotta.
dad used to like complain of the governor hitting when he's going like 140 or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like driving home from the cottage or whatever, just being like, "Oh,
Yeah.
the fucking governor!" Like we're hitting the governor, and it would just like max out, and the
Yeah.
engine would just like, it'd go
Yeah.
from like increasing to just like not stalling, but it's like it's not going faster than this. And he
Yeah,
was
your
incredibly
And
RPMs
is that a
Sorry, blow your
problem?
engine.
Is that a problem as like a
Well,
father of two
but,
children and a
being-
wife? Like,
yeah, being
driving at 140
For him,
to 400?
clearly.
Like,
two
Yeah.
under like 11 years and younger
Yeah.
in the back seat, and just like, yeah, your dad is the man, and him complaining. You're like, yeah, fuck this governor, fuck the governor, fuck voting. I'm never
Yeah.
gonna do that my whole life.
that's where it stems from.
But being an adult, thinking back to like, he was probably drunk, and he should not have been driving that fast.
Anyways, yeah. Back then, yeah.
Back then, of course, he should.
See,
not.
I like cars and I like driving, but I have no desire to drive 200 miles an hour.
No.
No.
It scares the shit out of me, and I don't want to
Oh,
do it.
it's
Yeah.
scary as
But
fuck.
I like the idea of going from 0 to 100 super
Yeah.
fucking
Super
quick.
fast. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
being like pulled into the seat.
Yeah, I love
It's
that
not a
feeling,
fucking
but
jet
I don't
plane.
want to go.
What I mean,
200.
like, what if? But what if it like? Could you get away with less? Does
could.
it have to be 240 to get up to
No.
it? Like, to go 0 to 60,
The fastest,
No.
like,
120 or something. I don't know what they say.
I don't know.
Fastest I've ever gone. Shout out to Josh, my boy from high school. He's had a hard week this week. Love that boy. He had a little purple fucking Volkswagen that went 220 kilometers
Yeah.
an hour. Fast as goddamn shit.
Fastest car alive.
Fastest car alive. For a goddamn like shitty little Volkswagen, like it had no back seats and like the biggest engine possible.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we just like ripped down like 8th line, like between
Yeah.
Georgetown and Acton, Ontario.
Yeah.
And it was like, why does this car go this fast?
It's scary as shit, man.
It's so scary.
It's so
It's a
fucking
straight
scary.
line. I'm more
Yeah.
than 100% confident in this guy. Like, we're not going to do anything silly. He's not going to jerk
Yeah.
the wheel and, like, whatever.
No.
But it is, like, there's no...
Because it's not just you
there's
that's gonna
no
die.
reason
No.
for this
Like, he
car
knows
to go
that.
this- Like, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it is.
hindsight 10, maybe 12 years later, it's like, that's cool. We did it. But if
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
your daily driver, like, what the fuck?
I don't know. There's like, everyone's gonna feel differently about it, but there's something about that kind of power that feels good at times. if you're a car person. Like, it feels great.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
Just
I
know
already
that
established
you
that
can
I'm a
step
car
on
person.
it.
So
Yeah, clearly. Paul Stanley or whatever.
yeah. Dale Andretti
Favorite driver.
Jr. Legend.
Yeah. Exactly.
Who the
Never
fuck is
forget.
Dale Andretti? You're just making up names.
Nail,
No,
yeah.
Who
Dale Andretti Jr.,
the
number
fuck is
69.
Male
Yeah,
and ready.
You know,
Male and ready? Was that what
he
you
was
said?
fucking legend.
Pale and
F1.
Ready Jr.?
Fucking
Yeah.
male and ready now?
If you have a kid, that's what you're gonna.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna call him. Pale and
Male
Ready.
and ready.
Your
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
email address? Male and ready now?
Well, if you name him that, you're just naming him after a race car legend. So
Pale,
good for
Pale
him.
and Ready Jr.
Fucking male and ready junior.
Shake
Yeah.
and bake.
Turn and left.
Male and ready.
All right. So how about this then? Final mind thought
gripe.
here.
Final gripe.
Why not just like I see the engine idea. The engine has to be big enough to get your car from point A to point B in a quick time. So why do they have to be so big? Why can't we just have like little lazy boys chairs, enough room for me and like the wife and maybe a Bucky, and we want to go,
Yeah.
you know?
You got a belt for your Bucky? You need a belt for your Bucky.
You might. There might even just be a
Depends how
full
fast
on
the car
hole in the dash for the Bucky. You know? But I'm just saying, like, why not? Like, why can't we just... And then everyone just goes a cool 60. Get there when we
Yeah.
get there.
I mean, they do make them.
You know.
They make tiny cars that go regular speeds. They're just
What?
pieces of shit.
Called Toyotas.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
They call them smart, but I don't know. That's up to interpretation.
That's
There's
very
no-
true.
All the cars in Euro are smart cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're just smarter than North Americans,
No,
right?
they're just fucking small. It's really bizarre, and I never really like thought of it other than like when I was living up, like I'm living in Dublin right now, but for the last like whatever couple months I was living up in Dundalk, which is like a really cool little town north of here. But like my Dundalk dad, as I like to call him, he was so
He's
excited.
younger than you.
He's like a year and a half older than me. And I still call him dad. He's the best.
Nice.
Yeah.
But he was really excited to go visit Canada last summer because he's like, I'm gonna like, land, and I'm gonna go to the like rent a car bullshit place. I'm gonna rent a pickup truck. I'm gonna drive a
Yeah.
pickup truck and be like big and high and have a fucking boner while driving, all that shit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until he
Yeah.
said that I'm like, oh yeah, there's no pickup trucks here. Like that's not a thing.
Yeah. I
Wow.
actually picked up a hitchhiker a couple years ago who was from Australia,
Yeah.
and he was telling me that like where he lives, or I guess just Australia, New Zealand, that area, like because it's so expensive.
It's called
to
Down Under.
Down under.
Down Under.
He lives on
So it's so expensive to import vehicles there, right? Because it's literally a
all the
world
way
away.
Down under.
Because this is Down Under.
They're fucking terribly expensive. Like, so a truck that might cost you 50, 60 grand new here is going to cost you 150 and 160 grand
Yeah.
in Australia, and
'Cause it's
people
down
just
under.
accept it. Like, they make
Wow.
vehicles specific to that area. Like, there's I think it's called the Helix. It's a Toyota truck that like you can get them in Europe and Australia, but you can't get them here. They have to be imported. But I don't know why they make them only specifically for that, region. But they have vehicles made specifically for, Australia and Europe and shit like that. Not just
Well, I
companies,
don't
but,
want to
like,
like shit on your parade, but I know the real answer to this.
Oh my
Not the
God.
funny
Okay,
one.
all right,
I'll just
yeah.
let you keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
The expert
Yeah.
answer.
using my own fucking
Yeah.
fire against me here.
Yeah.
The answer is because like we don't have to deal with kangaroos here.
That's
Right?
definitely it. Yeah.
You don't want a
More agile
kangaroo.
vehicles.
You don't want a kangaroo jumping into the back of your pickup truck. Nobody wants
No, you
that.
don't. You don't.
What about
Then they
deer?
kick in the back window.
Yeah, they'll box out your back window. Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't know deer in your back window here.
Yeah, but that's why we got pickup trucks. They don't jump in the
You
back.
ever seen a deer
ever
in the
seen a
headlights?
antler?
There's a saying called deer in the
Yeah.
headlights. They hate
Yeah.
pickup trucks. That is
Yeah.
a fact.
They
They
freeze, right?
hate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
They
freeze
never
right
hear
up.
deer in a kanga, like, light in a kanga's eye.
No.
I feel no.
No, you don't. It's not a saying.
I feel like the answer here though is that we should like go to Australia and make our own trucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charge
Call them a
double.
kanga, or a roo.
Yeah.
What do they call like the baby one? Like a joey?
I think it is a Joey.
Fucking Australians. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Goddamn word.
It's a Joey. Yeah.
My gripe actually goes perfectly in line with this fucking car conversation we're having.
Slide
Okay.
right into your gripe. Yeah.
My gripe is people who buy old fucking cop cars and decide to change nothing about them.
Ooh, yeah. That's
like,
grease.
that's a fucking huge gripe of mine. For
That's
years.
petrol,
it's been.
baby. Yeah.
It's hot, greasy gripe right there.
Yeah.
But like
Spiping.
they'll leave the fucking spotlight looking thing on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where like it's off
Yeah.
the side of the driver's side. Like it's and then you leave the fucking hubcaps and the black rims. It's like, man, like what are you trying to do?
I think it's like there's like a certain like they only have to lose like the cage, I think, and like the lights.
The
Yeah.
flashing lights. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't be pulling people over and you can't be fucking like locking people in the back of your car.
Fucking
There's rules
antenna.
against
That's
that.
a giveaway also. Like the
Ooh,
big
yeah, no, but
Antenna.
that's
They
allowed.
leave them.
yeah,
They leave them.
you can leave.
They
them,
leave them.
Cocksuckers.
Yeah.
It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't know, like, if that's, like, kind of like your fun little, you know, prank on society.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. I
think
just
you're
don't
better
understand
than
why
everyone?
you'd want to be that person. Like,
Yeah,
are you
I
just
think-
too fat and ugly to be a police officer? Because I've
No
seen
such
some
thing.
fucking dogs. You can make it, bud.
I don't think
You
there's
can make
anything
it.
like such thing as fat and ugly to be a police officer.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
there
what
is
I'm
a
saying.
like,
Yeah,
there's
like,
a
you
level.
have to be pretty unsightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Sure, there's a couple
yeah.
cute ones. Like we shouldn't be painting everyone with the same
Really?
brush. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
babe cop in Smithers that we used to love causing shit because she'd come around. Loved it. And she knew all of us by name, and we'd flirt with her, and she never gave us any tickets.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, she was
Wow.
a fox,
You're
man.
gonna get me too'd for sure.
Yeah, that sounds like the start
She
of something.
touched me. I never touched her.
I got a knife in the
I-
front here.
I'm not, yeah.
Yeah. I stole this
Taped to a
20-inch
wiener.
kielbasa. You better.
Yeah.
better
4.5
All
years
loaded up,
with
put
one
my
object
wiener
in
in
the front pocket.
it wasn't blunt a minute ago.
Careful, you might prick yourself.
Like, get some AIDS.
Yeah, like you need to tell me right now if I'm gonna prick myself. Like that's how that goes.
You definitely will.
Yeah. And the answer is yes. Probably already have.
Don't answer now, but the answer is yes.
Oh man. Yeah, fuck those guys. Not just the cops, but the people who pretend to be cops.
I'm fine with
Playing,
fucking
the
cops
playing
cars.
fucking
altogether.
real life Hot Wheels. Like, get fucked.
They're leading the way, man.
No, fuck cops altogether.
Hot Wheels.
What's
I meant.
that like? Hashtag ACAB. I love it. All cops are bad.
ACAB,
Is
I
that?
don't know.
Yeah.
AC. Yeah,
ACAB, baby.
Wow.
Anybody
All
that
cops are
wants to like grow up and be in charge of everybody, go fuck yourself. Like that's all I have to say.
bad. Yeah.
Like who are you? The fucking hall monitor?
Well, they are. Those are
Yeah.
future police
No,
officers.
worse.
You grow
Worse.
up and you
They're
wanna
the
be
they're
like,
the jock kids that
Oh.
fucking didn't make it in life, and they're
Jesus.
now just like, well, I have all this
Bah,
muscle
bah,
and
bah.
fucking pent up aggression because I didn't make it in fucking table tennis. So, guess I'm gonna be a cop now.
ACAB, baby.
You see, I'm gonna be one of those.
Yeah, I don't feel one way or another anymore at this point in my life. I just don't even care.
No, I
You
don't
know,
even.
they're around. I ignore them. They typically ignore me. Although I have been I have gotten pulled over a few times since moving to Vancouver, just for leaving the liquor store, not for leaving the bar.
Oh, yeah.
Not for
I've had
driving
that.
stupid. And
I've
they
had that.
like they're persistent with the same reasoning. They're like, oh, we're just conducting this certain whatever they call it, certain
It's
kind
a
of check.
rolling ride program. I've
Something
been hit
like
with
that.
twice
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least leaving the beer store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm buying booze so I can go home and drink it.
Yeah.
There's nothing illegal about that. I'm not doing anything wrong.
No,
No.
God no.
I had to look it up one time too because it was like really like I don't even
Yeah.
need
Are
intent
you
to
in
pull me
traffic
over.
meeting right now?
Yeah, and
The
then the other
intent
thing
is that we're leaving an establishment. It's like, well,
Yeah.
that's not enough if you ask me.
Yeah, and the other one that I had to look up was because a lot of times I'll go on my lunch and just buy beer, and I'll like put it on the seat beside me or like down on the floor, and then go back to work and like lock my beer in my car, right? Like I'm not leaving it in the bed kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like as far as I know in Ontario, you're allowed to do that. Like it's not like I remember the first time I got
opened or something.
Yeah, like if it's in the original packaging unopened, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But I remember the first time getting pulled over and I had like a whole case of beer on the seat beside me, and it was like like you just saw me leave the beer store, like I just bought this kind of thing, right? But
I'm going right to KFC and then I'm going home.
Yeah.
Like
the first time
KFC,
the first time it ever happened to me,
and then home.
The first time it ever happened to me though, I fucking had my case of beer and walked out of the beer store, and as I walked out, a cop car went like behind my car, and I saw them both staring at the truck. Yeah. So it was just like, I better put this in the back, right?
Yeah.
Put the beer in the back, and then drove around like the mall in Georgetown, and they followed me and pulled me over and like, rolling ride. Like, why did you go this way? And it's like, because I have fucking 20 minutes left in my lunch, and I thought I could go park in the shade and take a quick nap. Like, what do you know? Like, that's what I'm doing here. You're impeding on my nap time.
Yeah. Fucking
you know?
It like, just seems bullshit.
ACAB for life.
For life. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why there's a hashtag, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
In our
Is that your gripe?
If you're gonna do something illegal, do it in the shadows like everybody else.
Yeah, just fuck off altogether. In Ireland, we call the police they're called the guards. So it's like ACAG, the fucking guard.
Okay.
Wow.
Just fuck off.
Are they also pigs?
They're all pigs. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do they carry guns, or is it like
I don't think they carry guns. I don't know. No. I've never noticed. I have no interaction with the guard. I see the cars drive by pretty often, and it's just like I'm not doing anything, shady, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I just don't ever.
That's fair too, right?
I
not that I do anything shady.
I don't do anything shady. Like whatever, I'm fine. Leave me alone.
I'm past the age of being intimidated by them. Like I just don't even care. Like I'm not doing anything.
I'm in the same spot. There's no respect or intimidation. It's completely pH neutral.
Yeah.
Totally pH neutral.
Totally neutral right now.
I'm pH 6. Is that the neutral number?
Yeah, that's right there.
Fucking pH
right around
6 on the fucking guard or police, whatever. Like, go fuck yourself. If you have this job, you are a loser.
That's true. That in the military.
And now that weed's legal, it's like I'm definitely not doing anything illegal now.
Yeah. No, that's the other thing. You're right. Now that weed's legal. That was
the one thing. The one thing that you could probably pretty much catch me at any given time being illegal is that, before...
And ruin... I don't want to say ruin my life, but ruin the next 3 to 4 years of my life because of a fucking dime bag or something stupid, right?
If you were driving and you just happen to be stoned or happen to be, in possession, that can fuck you over, man.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, not
at least now there's some guidelines, right? I won't drive high anymore if I can purchase it legally and go home and smoke it in the confines of my own living room.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still drive high, but very, very I don't make a habit of it.
It's residual high, right? Officer, I smoke every single day. Every single day it's a part of me.
I'm not smoking and driving. I'm smoking and then driving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good distinction.
Yeah. Waiting a couple minutes, then getting in the car. It's not that initial 10 minutes. Come on, off.
No.
Better than that.
Yeah.
Can I call you off?
Call you off.
I usually wait till I'm slightly paranoid before I go driving.
This is now going to be the episode that gets us all pulled over randomly.
Yeah. Or in my case, gets me not employed.
There you go. Well, you haven't said anything incriminating yet.
No.
Before I go to my gripe, do you want to go to your gripe with the application process to a new job, which implies some type of drug?
You're detoxing.
I'm not super gripey about it.
Fucking bullshit. No, it's bullshit.
It's bullshit because
Marijuana
it's legal.
It's
but
legal in Canada. Like, go fuck yourself.
But I understand from a company standpoint, and because it's a driving job, that they have their standards. I mean, me smoking on the weekend and then showing up to work 2 days later, like, that shouldn't be an issue. There's no impairment.
No issue.
You know, people take fucking Ambien and they take Vicodin and they take fucking Valium and all that shit, and no one's testing for that. Like, that's way more common, I would say, in the scope of the world.
Yeah.
In North America, that people are on fucking, you know, prescription drugs more often than they are on weed or booze. You know, the percentage. I'm definitely.
Show me someone that says they're not on pharmaceuticals, and I'll show you a liar. You know, like
anybody over the age of 40.
Fucking liar.
Well, you're bordering on 40. You're like 39 and a half right now.
Are those glasses prescriptions, sir?
Yeah. Is this illegal? Is prescription glasses illegal?
For the audio
drive with them?
Yeah, the audio only. Warriors!
Warriors! Come out and drink
But I'm not
2 bottles of wine!
Well, I'm not super gripey on.
now.
We can see it in your eyes, bud.
It's coming.
My eyes aren't even open and just closed. I'm just listening.
That's too bad, because I was relying on you to carry the end podcast.
I'm going
the
to.
show that we watched.
Yeah, I
Bob
was
Lazar.
super relying on you too. But yeah, I'm not gripey so much about the drug test. It just was a lot of effort. You know, are you starting to spit up here?
Nah,
What's going on?
Slopped out of my mouth a little bit.
Get a sippy cup for this guy.
It was just like it just ruined my day. Like, I drank fucking 8 liters of fluid and, you know, had to do all this running around the city just to secure, you know, new employment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a lot of effort, and it ruined my day because I felt like shit for the rest of the day.
How many
Which, you know,
days-
small potatoes.
How many days notice did you get on the, like, you have to pass a drug test? Like a week?
Yeah.
And what?
Like, are they taking any of your hair?
Yeah, for our,
no, they didn't do that.
Followers,
no. Or
like,
semen, no semen.
Expert
It's too bad.
process to pass a drug test on 1 week's notice. What did you go
My
through,
ex-
buddy?
Okay, so I fucking took the easy route and bought a
Fake
detox.
piss?
But yeah, no. Is that easy? I can't imagine that being easy.
It depends if your friends are sober.
Yeah, but even
This
still,
guy used to always be my fucking. If I needed some fresh
What are you
piss,
gonna do? Strap it to your gooch? Like, what do you do?
Like, just swap it out. Do you bring that cup in your in your
you
dick
don't bring
with
it
you?
home.
No, you bring the no. I mean, you're gonna get some fresh piss and then put it in your pants, and then just swap the cup out when they give it to you.
I guess you know what, you could. People do it. There's a whole business behind it.
Fucking
People
right.
definitely
Swap
do
it.
it.
I only drink beer and wine and whiskey. I'd swap piss with you, no problem, buddy.
Yeah, but do you?
I put an R in, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Brody,
your brother, buddy.
That's fine, but like, you don't know what kind of fucked up shit I got if we're swapping piss.
I'll mail you some piss, Brody.
Good to know.
Yeah, you are definitely carrying the latter end of this episode for sure.
For sure.
Start sending your piss here.
For sure.
Guelph P.O. Box.
Okay.
But
Bottles
professional detox. Don't drink any booze if you can help yourself. But I had about a week, and you can do this by like taking like a disgusting amount of multivitamins to the point where like it's not healthy for you, because the detox drink basically is a multivitamin liquid form with a few other added things like creatine to like have a normal creatine level after you dilute your piss, and like a few other natural herbs and extracts to disguise basically your piss. So what you do is you drink a shit ton of water, and coffee's good because it just your pH, right? You want higher pH because you're going to be drinking so much water. So I drank a liter of water first thing in the morning, which again, we talked about this earlier. It's totally standard. Chug a liter, go on with your day.
Fuck that.
It's not?
No.
We were talking about this last week to your
brother.
brother.
That's
first thing.
Drink a goddamn liter of water. That's not.
Yeah, not
standard.
first things.
Nobody
Spread
does
out.
that. Nobody does
Okay,
that.
well
Maybe
Like,
like a
I
cool
walked the
$3.99
dog
meal,
first,
you know?
Walk the dog
Yeah,
and
it
drink
wasn't-
a liter of water. Like, fuck that. That's too much water.
That's
That's
fine.
like 10% of what I drank in the day. That's why I felt like shit.
Well,
So I drank a
like,
liter
I
of water.
respect that you did that, but for you to blanket statement, that's standard.
Well, it's standard for
Faux
me.
pas.
Faux pas, red flag.
Faux pas, red flag.
Yeah. So I drank a liter of water, not normal, totally not normal. I drank 2 coffees, also totally abnormal, for average waking day. And then I drank another liter of water, which we've established, not normal. At this point now I'm bordering on like insanity, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 liters of water and 2 coffees,
caffeine.
like just fucking lock me up, throw away the key.
No,
Right?
no.
And then to time the piss test, or to time the detox drink so that it's effective during your piss test, you have a window. So you drink it, it's like between the 2 and 4 hour mark is like when it's going through your system, but it's still not super diluted by all the water you're drinking, so that it provides a mask so that you're diluted like, your natural drug levels with all this water, and then the detox drink provides all the other necessary things so that it doesn't look like you're fucking trying to throw off this test. So I drink the detox drink. Now I'm at however many liters of fluid, too many liters of fluid. And I forgot that with the detox drink, you're supposed to drink another liter of water after. So, of course,
I
I'm back
feel like
drinking.
you need to fucking have those plates that fucking Bubbles had in the Chernobyl episode that we watched.
Yeah.
The plates.
Yeah, there's too many, like, when he was explaining how fucking radioactivity works. There's
Oh,
too
I
many,
do.
Too
I
many
do.
cold blue plates right now.
Blue and red plates. Yeah.
We just keep fucking pumping full of water.
I should have made a chart. I should have definitely made a chart. But
Yeah,
long story short, I drank and then I drank some pop right before I went and had some Pepsi. Had a
Get
nice
that pH up
fucking
again.
yeah, get the pH right up. You know.
Yeah.
And I also did like 3 nights of like I ate steak for 3 nights too. Just one because it's delicious and everybody loves steak, but
does.
2 because of trying to jack up my creatine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an actual thing, but it seemed appropriate and it
Maybe,
worked.
yeah.
Like I probably stopped smoking 10 days before the piss test and found out a couple days after that I was going to be piss tested. And passed probably 10 days all in of not smoking. Quick little disgusting detox the day of, and
Yeah. Pass with flying piss colors.
I did neon green.
I bet it was super clear, all that water you're drinking.
No, dude, it was neon. It was like a day glow greeny yellow.
And he was like, "Yep, you're good."
Yeah. Well, if you take a vitamin, it does that, right? Like, have you ever
Oh.
taken a vitamin in your life?
Couple.
Couple
the butt.
vitamins. Well,
Yeah.
it makes you like
Suppositories only.
Neon.
Yeah. Well, that would probably
definitely
do it.
neon piss after a bunch of vitamins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it makes you all neon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Like,
drink basically did that.
Yeah. I think I stopped after Flintstone. You know?
You can still take a Flintstone, not too old.
Can you?
Get some chewies. Yeah.
I've had my share of like multivitamin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a neon. Horrible piss.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember one
Are
time.
you about to call her quits there, RJ? What's going
I'm
on with you?
absolutely fucked. There's no way I'm gonna finish this like half bottle of wine. There's a good chance
made
I'm gonna
promises.
take my pants off and like pee on the floor. Like our first
Well-
podcast that we never released to the world. where
Yeah,
I did
that's
the
right.
exact same thing.
You
Don't
turned around
do that.
and peed.
I'm not
They're
gonna do
gonna
it.
kick you.
I'm just gonna
No,
like
not gonna do it.
push this bottle
Not gonna
away.
do it.
I can't do it anymore. I'm fucking.
Wow, he's tapping out. What a bitch.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah,
Here it
yeah.
comes.
I'm fucked.
Here it comes.
I'm all the way
Get this
fucked.
kid
Okay,
a-
well,
yeah.
why don't you
Good, don't
kick
got an
it
extra-
off, RJ? What's our topic for the week?
No, I still have to do my gripe.
Okay.
We're like 40 minutes in here,
We're
boys.
more than 40 minutes in. We're 30. Fuck. I can't even see the fucking number. My eyes are gone. But my gripe this week is nightmares. I've been fucking suffering. I don't know what your guys' like ratio to like quiet sleep to nightmares is.
Like 100 to 1, man.
Yeah.
I've been
I have the odd
I'm at,
nightmare,
like,
but
3 to 7 per week. Just fucking
Wow.
throwing down
How
fucking
much?
nightmares.
Wait, how
37?
much? How much are
3 to
you
7.
sleeping?
If
Yeah.
your week is 7 days
Oh,
a week,
okay,
I'm
okay.
going 3 to 7.
It's like 37 nightmares in a week. Jesus.
I'm going.
Go to a
almost-
doctor.
Do some fucking math. It's like 35% of the week is nightmares.
35 to
Damn.
100%.
Are they
yeah.
the same ones?
I don't remember anything. It's just like
Well, you just
I
waking up in a
wake
flop
up
sweat?
and I'm
What's going on?
absolutely horrified, sweating, like panicking, like shaking everywhere. Night terror
Yeah.
bullshit. And I wake up and it's like 5 a.m. And it's like I lay there until 9. Maybe sleep for an hour, wake up at like 10, 10:30 maybe. And then get up and start the day. It's a disaster.
You're a
Wow.
40-year-old man having nightmares.
Yeah.
Can we just put
Getting
that
upset
And
about
there's,
it.
some
Yeah.
horrible
Fucking
sound
nightlight.
happening outside right now that I'm terrified of that will result in nightmares tonight for sure.
Well, like what?
Oh.
Okay, let's get to the deeper root here. Like let's talk
Yeah.
about some
Let's
adult
go
shit.
deep.
Are you
this
broke?
Is my gripe. Fucking
Are you
nightmares.
Who
broke?
touched you?
No, I don't know what the like frustration is that's like resulting in.
Do you need to go to the dentist?
I
Apparently
definitely
teeth
need to
have
go
something
to the
to do
dentist.
with
Yeah.
it.
You gotta go to
Okay.
the potty? Because you're acting like a fucking child.
The last nightmare I remember, I'm gonna back this up a little bit. Like I really don't remember dreams at all.
No, me either.
So I'm gonna like kind of paint a picture right now,
Okay.
despite all
I'm
the
gonna close my eyes.
the wine I've drank. That's the empty one. Give me the full one.
I thought you called it off.
I'm gonna have one swig and then
It's
tell you the
thirsty, you
facts
know?
for it.
Alright, there we go.
This is nightmare juice right here.
Yeah, right here. This is what gives you nightmares.
Yeah, fucking nightmare juice. If you're gonna puke, you should puke on your nice white shirt.
Well, I was gonna
That's
say,
what you
like,
should do.
all this wine he's drinking, he's got the whitest fucking shirt I ever
I'm
saw.
gonna puke all
My
over the shirt. Yeah, and I'll
my
go to the
shirt's not
grocery
that
store
way.
and get a new one tomorrow. It's fine.
So what's your story?
The last nightmare I remember was like it's a normal dream. Everything is fine. Like dreams are fucking bullshit. Like everything's happening. Throwback to like episodes 5 or 6 months ago.
When we talked about people that talk about their
I
dreams and how they're
fucking hate
fucking
it.
lame.
It's all bullshit. It doesn't mean
Is that
anything.
the episode you're referring? Episode 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any fucking
Yeah.
person I met that is like, oh, in my dream last night, like I met this like, you know, friend from high school, and he had a unicycle, and then he like jumped through fire.
Yeah.
To me, it like doesn't mean anything. It's like, shut up.
So you got a better dream than that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking. Complete,
Tell me about your real life.
completely bullshit. Tell me about your real life. But in my dreams of the last maybe week or two, I'm
Yeah.
having a dream, and then all of a sudden I realize like there's somebody else in the room.
Mm.
Like my subconscious is like, whatever's going on, it's like, hey, there's somebody else watching. And then I
Like a
wake
cuck.
up instantly.
You getting cucked right now?
I'm getting cucked. I just wake up in this like cold sweat of like somebody else is in the room right now, and it's so fucking bizarre.
Is there anybody in the
Oh,
room
night
when you
cuck.
wake up?
Raul and Victor like in the room like beside me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't mean anything, but there's like an element of like I just wake up and it's like there's somebody else in this room, and it scares the fucking shit out of me. And I'm sweaty
Like, can
as
you
hell.
lock the door?
The door is not locked. No, the door's open.
Can you set up a Michael Jackson alarm system?
Yeah,
With a
yeah,
beep?
booby trap it.
There's no booby traps. No.
You should though. I am a big fan of just like firecrackers on the floor, and when they open the door, the match scratches,
Mm.
lights up
Yeah,
the firework.
some Home Alone shit.
Everyone, that guy might even get his foot. Heard him a little
What
bit.
about come Halloween? You know, you can get those doormats that make haunted noises. Like, it's not gonna help with the nightmares, but it'll definitely tip you off if somebody.
There you go.
I feel like
Or here's the fucking real one. This is what's gonna solve the problem.
yeah.
You're gonna do like the Mikey diet of just like all the water, all the coffee you can drink,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
never
you're just
sleep
gonna
again.
dress all in black. I know you don't have a closet because they don't fucking believe in them.
They don't have
So maybe
those
you're gonna
now.
hide in the wardrobe,
Yeah.
and you're gonna fucking cuck the cuck.
Good
You know?
idea.
You're gonna stay up all night, and if that fucker comes into your room to look at you,
Cuck the
you'll
cuck.
see him and be cuck the cuck.
Two cucks make a,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
something. You gotta
Two
find
cucks, one fuck kind of thing, you know?
out.
.com.
exactly.
Makes
You gotta
sense,
find out.
I
You
think
gotta
that's the only way.
Cuck the cuck.
Cuck the cuck. Cuck the cuck.
You're getting night cucked.
No.
Jesus.
I wish, I wish someone liked me enough to watch me sleep. No, honestly, that's creepy as fuck if it's true. I'm sure it's just a dream.
Yeah.
I think you're imposing a lot on my dream. I'm just saying. During
Well-
my dream, I realize, like, hey, there's somebody else in this room, and then I wake up and I'm fucking terrified, and I stay awake for like an hour, and it's like a terrible sleep every night for the last 2 weeks.
So it's not it's
And
not that you're necessarily dreaming about
throwback
scary
to-
shit. It's just that there might be someone watching you.
Yeah, like when I lived in Romania, like back in fucking November, Romanian like lady friend would give me like the gears, and she'd tease me really hard, and be like, "Oh, your house is haunted,"
Hmm.
and get
Of
right
course,
in my
it
head.
started in Romania,
Yeah, she
the
get in my head,
scariest
yeah.
place on
Did
earth.
you get fucking cursed in Romania,
I don't
bro?
know,
Did you drink any blood?
but I didn't drink any blood. I did go to Dracula's castle, and I did steal some things.
All right. Oh no.
It
You're
was
cursed.
fine. Like, I left
Legit.
Romania, and it's absolutely fine, and now I live in Ireland. And
That's Drac. That's fucking Drac
Oh,
cucking
bud.
you.
Dracula
You gotta go
curses
back to
followed me.
Romania. Cuck the cuck.
Fucking cucked.
I
Dracula's
think
cucking me.
this like steady diet of wine will help though. Like you're just gonna flop out. You're not gonna, even if you are getting cucked, you're not gonna feel it. You know.
I can't actually see right now. My eyes are completely closed. Like, I'm
You're
all the
good
way
then.
cucked.
There's probably someone in your room right now.
Yeah. I'll just
Yeah.
accept it. There's no fight back.
Okay, here, let me psychoanalyze you for a second.
Sure.
So, in your line of work, or what you do, you can call it work, what you do for leisure and work, right?
Yeah.
Like your artist lifestyle,
Sure.
you're trying hard, in some respects, to have eyes on you. There's people judging you, there's people, looking forward to your work. You are, responsible to all these companies and industries for providing this work, right?
Sure.
Like, maybe that has something to do with it because eyes are on you. You're being judged, for what you provide, the service that you provide, the artwork that you... I don't know. Could that have... this is
possible.
going back
Yeah.
to stupid dream talk, though.
This is some fucking, that's some Black Mirror shit. I think he's passed out.
I can't even comprehendo. I'm fucked.
Just mean, like, if you're dreaming about people watching you and it's freaking you out, maybe that has something to do with it because, the industry that you're in is kind of reliant on people acknowledging you.
Yeah? That's fair.
Oh, he's puking. He's,
He's
definitely
puking.
puking, yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
finish the show.
We're done, man. Like, we're doing it.
We haven't even got to the topic yet. I'm
Yeah.
not fucking watching that documentary again.
No.
Just
No.
puke on podcast already. Don't puke on yourself. Go get a bucky.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice. And it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
No, if I honestly like 3 months ago or whatever, 8 months ago when we started, if I were to take bets on who was gonna puke on the podcast, it would have definitely been you.
You as in RJ or you as in me?
You as in you. Yeah, the one not puking.
That's sick. That's awesome.
You gotta pull up those big boy pants, RJ.
Yeah. Had to be a man.
It'd be man. It's probably not the wine. It's probably all the meat he's been eating.
Yeah. Wasn't
That's
the egg
probably
rolls,
what-
it was the ecstasy.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds wet. It sounds very wet over there.
I hope the cuck is watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give
There
me
you
a show.
Wipe your face.
Yeah. You animal. Clean yourself off.
That was a PME exclusive right there.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not done. He is
It ain't
not
over.
done.
I'm gonna take my
It
shirt
ain't
off.
over, Rock. Oh,
Take
yeah.
your shirt off.
I'm gonna take my shirt off so I don't wipe with my clean white shirt.
Totally.
Exactly. Makes lots of sense.
Yeah, we were thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Took the words right out of my mouth. Alright, Archie, so what's this week's topic?
We're talking about this week's topic after nightmares and piss tests and whatever the fuck Skyler started with.
My love of the auto industry.
With the auto industry.
Yeah, going fast.
I'm a car guy.
We're talking about Bob Lazar,
Ooh.
who has a new documentary on Netflix about Area 51.
Yeah.
And he allegedly worked there in the 1980s and has a whole bunch of stories about flying UFOs, anti-gravity machines.
One sec.
Sure.
Brilliant. The Oscar goes
You
to...
bounce right back, man. Like
Yeah.
you might as well be sober.
Yeah.
Might be our
That's
best
it.
episode ever.
I didn't
was
know we
gonna
were doing
cut
an
you off.
episode with fucking Matt Damon.
Yeah. I'm good
I
to go
didn't want
now.
to cut you off, but I was gonna
Yeah.
cut you off earlier. Just had
Yeah.
to see how you handled yourself, and man,
Yeah.
like,
True
you got the
professional.
goods, kid. You
Listen,
got the goods.
Fucking new guy. I just need a good puke in a bag and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
like the scene from Goodfellas when Ray Liotta doesn't rat on all his friends.
Here's a new bottle.
Yeah. Oh.
You only got one shirt, okay? So,
This shirt
Alright,
is
so
gone.
Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar,
Cool.
what do you do, RJ?
That shirt's dedicated to Bob Lazar. Throw that over there so I don't get any puke all over it.
Yeah, never forget.
Fuck, never forget. So
Okay,
Bob
yeah,
Lazar is this like fucking weirdo that claims he worked at Area 51 in like 1988, 89,
yeah.
and then he got fired because he got like a little bit of intel that like, oh, Wednesday night we do test flights. So he told a bunch of his friends that would go up on a hill that overlooked Area 51 and like watched it.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
then
You got a little gay up there on the hill.
yeah, he got a little
Little
festive,
gay, yeah.
a little festive, a little bit proud.
Yeah.
Word got out. Not done puking. Too much.
Nope.
Too much fucking wine.
No, definitely not in your mouth.
Nope. Jesus. Just powering through like Tom Brokaw. So professional.
Yeah.
And then
Make sure to take your glazed glasses off for dramatic effect.
I'm gonna take my glasses off because I will definitely.
Not right now, you don't- okay, well,
they're off
what's
now.
dramatic?
I'm
Definitely
fucked.
gonna make you
Boys,
puke.
I'm absolutely fucked. 2 bottles of wine
Honestly,
is too many.
I've experienced this. As soon as the glasses come off, I'm ready to puke. So, like, you're asking for
I
it.
already puked.
You already puked,
I
though.
already puked in that bag over there, and I was like,
I was here, man.
I was
here.
anticipating there's gonna be a bag involved because this night's gonna be a mess.
Well, I'm glad you thought ahead, yeah.
So Bob Lazar lost his job and started spilling the beans, and since like 1988, 89, whatever, he's had a whole bunch of wild claims, and
Yeah.
that circumvents, huge word for someone that's as knee deep in the wine as I am,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
this new Netflix documentary called Bob Lazar and UFOs of Area 51, whatever the fuck. Do you guys remember
Yeah,
what
no,
the show's
that's it.
called?
That's
no,
it.
I didn't. Is it?
It was the worst
whatever the
fucking
fuck.
documentary I've ever seen in my life.
It was pretty boring.
It was coming from a guy that I love documentary as my favorite
Yeah.
film genre, that I
Yeah.
watch
Oh, we know.
documentaries
We know you love
regularly, and this movie fucking sucks so bad. the documentary filmmaker, whatever his name is, could go suck a fucking cow dick.
Cowbell, something cowbell.
Wasn't the narrator fucking like Mickey Rourke?
Yeah, that was cool.
No, Mickey Rourke can also go fuck himself.
That was the only cool part.
Who would attach themselves to this film can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Mickey and the boys.
Mickey and the boys.
You know what? It just wasn't interesting. There wasn't enough
it was
substance.
I really
it
wanted
was
it
a
to
hard
be
watch.
real too, because I love the idea that there's aliens.
Yeah.
But this movie was so unwatchable that.
And then to top it off, they honey dick you at the end.
Yeah.
They do honey dick you at the end,
Hard.
didn't they?
Hard.
I wasn't sure if I had been honey dicked or if it was just like I watched it like I was like drunk, not as drunk as this guy, but like, I was pretty drunk when I watched it, and it was like a weird. There was a part where they're like, and like he was talking in a forest, and they're like, and this is the conversation that got him raided. And then they rewind it all the way to the start of the conversation, and then change it to something else. Like they don't even let you. Like this conversation did take place.
Yeah.
Like go fuck. That is not fucking evidence.
No.
Nope.
You fucking. No. So now I feel violated. I feel honey dick.
Like I want it to be real so badly, but it's just like if this
you gotta give me more.
If this is the guy you pick to make the film, questions about everything.
Flags.
Red flag, red flag, red flag.
Yeah.
And to not, I guess whatever. Fuck, we turn this always back to personal stories. That's the whole point of the show. I watched this movie whatever day this week, and I also went and saw a new documentary called Apollo 11 with Irish lady friend that, for our regular listeners, dumped me last week. It's kind of back up.
Now she's cucking you.
She's fucking cucking me hard. But we went to the movies this week. We saw Apollo 11, which is like a documentary on the moon landing. And she's like texting me, like, do you want to go see this movie called Apollo 11? And I'm just like, I had just watched this Bob Lazar movie. And I'm like, oh, it's about, like, they saw aliens, ? And she's like, no. I'm like, it's about Stanley Kubrick faking the moon landing? ? She's like, no, it's about the fucking moon landing. It's called Apollo 11.
Yeah.
So I go with her, like, skeptical, like, whatever, let's see what happens. And this Apollo 11 movie, like, I apologize. Like, the moon landing fucking happened.
Wow.
I'm so sorry to all our expert family. Yeah. Friends and family.
Keep down all the skepticism.
Fuck, this new documentary called Apollo 11 changed my mind. Like, it's all this...
It's a documentary.
It's a documentary, but it's all this, like, never before seen. Like, they just released... Because I guess, like, if you think of, like, the moon landing, whatever, you've seen the same fucking clips a million times.
Yeah.
And you think, like, oh, yeah, Stanley Kubrick could fake all that. So this movie is like all the B footage, and it's like
that you couldn't fake.
There's like 2 hours worth of like.
Do they ever mention who took the fucking video or the
picture?
Yeah,
but it's just like an
first steps.
That shit? You see that like first bullshit, like one small step for man, one step for man.
Yeah.
You see that, but then it's like 2 hours of everything else that you're like, oh yeah,
that makes
sense.
You mean like like all the skepticism,
everything,
like the flag and
the flag, and even just the takeoff. When you think of like this is like a 300-foot rocket taking off, it's like that actually all happened. I don't know, like just seeing that this week, the same week I watched Bob Lazar.
So you're saying Bob Lazar happened?
I want to believe Bob Lazar with every part of my body, because it's like, But the filmmaker that made this Netflix documentary needs to go fuck himself, whatever his name is.
Or hers.
It's a guy. No, he inserts himself constantly within
He's the guy in 90% of the film.
He inserts himself constantly. He needs to go fuck himself. Like, fuck that guy. Like, that's
Yeah,
not a
he's all
documentary.
over that.
He's involved.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's too much.
You might get to make a little like synopsis at the start, like this is my story,
or the end, yeah.
and then
Sure.
go, and that's it.
That's it.
Or show you holding a fucking pen and paper somewhere in the woods, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, but like
In
he's
the
like,
woods, holding an axe.
yeah. I mean, he could have just all those phone calls that he had, you know, that were like super low quality phone calls, not just the audio quality, like the what was discussed in these phone calls. You could have montaged over it. You don't have to be sitting on the couch with your dog. Like, it's just like a vanity project.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just like, okay, I will go as far to say that I think that I think it's plausible that Bobby worked at Area 51.
Yeah.
Area 51. I'm going to put that in air quotes for everyone that can't see anything, that isn't watching, and RJ.
I'm looking through one eye.
Yeah, it's correct. Okay, it's
Mostly looking at the
glasses, it
ground.
still
I
counts.
think it's possible that he worked there. I think he does, like, he did give a lot of information about some stuff that was kind of like, okay, like maybe you did work there, right?
Yeah.
But I think a lot of what he said was just doesn't sound right. I don't know. I didn't buy it at all.
No.
Some of the stuff about like element 115 I found kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was cool,
But,
yeah.
Like, they have since discovered element 115, like it's like in this movie they talked about it like and this element 115 that isn't like on Earth or you know something along those lines, like
Man-made.
this is what they use and kind of thing, and it's like and it's a synthetic metal element, right? And they fucking like they made it in a lab.
Yeah.
So I'm just like it just the way they pictured it up in the box was just like this element doesn't exist, but it's like it's always been on the periodic element of table of elements kind of thing. Like there's a lot of elements on that big stupid picture that you saw in science class
and they're just like theorized.
And they're theorized, like the last like 10 of them are all just like, hey, they don't actually exist, but we know that they can exist.
Yeah.
Right?
I think what it is that the half-life for these elements is like milliseconds. So there's like they've never been able to like stabilize it.
Yeah.
So it's like in theory we can do this, but like it's not stable in any way.
Yeah.
It's not usable.
Like even I kind of read
we can
about
jam a bunch of particles together and make this, but it's like that's as far as it goes.
Yeah. Like I read that this element 115 is called like Moscowism or Moscovin or something weird like that. Like it's named after Moscow.
Sounds Russian.
It does sound Russian.
Yeah.
But it is
Commie
just like
shit.
they've taken like an element and bombarded it with another element until like another reaction occurs. And it's like, like you said, like the half-life is of like half a second. So
Right.
it's there and it's gone and you have to be able to record it. Like good luck. But somehow these aliens have harnessed that energy. Not saying it's not plausible. It's just like again, the way they phrase it is like he predicted it and like this is unheard of, and it's like no, like that shit happens. Like so many elements were only discovered in the last 100 years. Like,
and I don't know anything about elements.
No.
So if the periodic
I didn't
table,
even pass grade 9 science. I went there
fair.
for 2 years and I never passed. No.
So if like the periodic table ends at 114, like I have no fucking clue. I have no idea.
Join the show.
Yeah.
So Bob Lazar is like element 115 is like the element that the aliens use, and he said that in 1989.
Yeah.
And then in 2016, the periodic table is updated to 2000 or 115.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, that proves that like Bob Lazar was right.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know that. I have no fucking clue. I don't understand it at all.
It's not that it even proves them right. It's like he said. It's like, oh, they're using element 115.
Yeah.
And then we discovered it later. It's like, no, we knew that element 115 existed because we know that element 125 exists.
Yeah.
Kind
and
of
there's
thing,
already
right? Like
113 elements. So like adding 2 more 30 years later, it's not a. It's like okay.
Right. It's like, well, you know what? When they discuss, like, this is the element they use. So now it's more like, let's focus on 115 and see if there's any credibility to this man's story, right? Like,
Yeah.
I felt like there was a story that I heard about. He said that to get into the Area 51, they had to scan your hand.
Yeah.
And that it wasn't like doing your palm print, it was doing your bone structure.
Yeah.
And then apparently it came out like 10, 15 years later that they did actually, like, someone discovered one of like a discarded machine of it.
Now there's pictures all over the internet.
Right? So like they're kind of like, again, I think there's evidence to support that he was there. I think what he talks about is bullshit.
Yeah.
There's one part where he says that he was left alone in a room with like files of flying saucers and alien autopsies, and why would they show you that? Why would they show you both and leave you alone with it? Why would that exist in the same room?
This is a good segue into the fan theory that he's like a shill, or like a, maybe not a shill, but like he was possibly given some of this information, or given this information, or like insight into this. Yeah, because he's smart and he could be like, you know, a productive, contributing, whatever, scientist in this lab, but also so that they can put some of this out into the world and see how it's received.
Yeah.
You know, so like they gave him all this information, probably more than he actually needed, potentially, so that if he decided to break, you know, the fucking NDA or whatever, that, you know, it would see if any of it gained any traction, so that they maybe could start, you know,
now
experimenting further, or bringing some things into the public eye.
I've heard an alternate side to that, kind of the same story,
or to discredit it, right?
But yeah, that basically it's along the lines of like Area 51. As far as what I think it is it's a test site for like fucking aircrafts that they don't want the world to know about.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with flying saucers. It has to do with espionage and spying on other countries.
The newest technology and shit.
The stealth bomber that can drop nuclear bombs was created there. The stealth helicopter that Obama used to execute the mission that killed Osama bin Laden was created in Area 51. It was like a stealth helicopter. But I think what it is, and I don't think this, this is a theory, I guess, but was that it's like a screening process that they put this guy through. As much as it's like, you're a smart man and we want you on the team, like, because it's so secretive, we're not gonna, like, if we give you the secrets, what are you gonna do with them? So they give them these like weird, like, hey, like, listen, it's like a Men in Black scenario where it's like aliens exist.
Check out our bone machine.
Yeah, check out our bone machine. Check out how aliens have been here and done this and they've done that. And, you know, you can't tell fucking anyone. Like, you can't tell your wife, you can't tell your kids, you can't go to the grave and tell your dead father. Like, you have, this is you. And then it's like, you know, in 10 years, the guy, like, has been in the company long enough, he's frustrated, and he bolts. And it's like, okay,
his reasoning was, like, he's like, it's just too important not to share.
But it's like, maybe we did that because we actually are trying to build fucking, like, spy satellite shit to spy on China and Russia. Right? Like, because that's really everything I've ever seen like, even before this came out, like, that was what I came in my opinion of Area 51. Like, I don't think it has anything to do with aliens. I think if it had anything to do with aliens, there wouldn't be a fucking sniff of it for the, like, general population.
That's in Area 52, man.
Yeah. That's in Kansas. You know what I mean? Yeah, imagine if that's what it was. It's actually in Area 52. So, which is apparently too, like, quick little fun fact, Area 51, it's like, as far as, like, its research is, like, it's only called Area 51 because of, like, the grid that it was on, the map that the Americans used for looking at I guess it's Nevada, right? So it was just kind of like coincidence. Like, there is an Area 52, there is an Area 75, right? Like,
that's where they should be looking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
But the higher the number, the more important it is. We all know.
The more important the area, clearly.
Clearly.
You don't have to be military to know that.
Yeah, like they started with Area 1, and they're like, oh, okay, we're growing, we're growing out of these shoes. We need an Area 2.
Yeah.
Oh, our pants are getting too small, too tight. We need an Area 3.
Yeah.
Now, this condom doesn't fit. We need to get some magnums. Area 4. Like, I could go on all day.
For sure.
Right? So the higher the number, the more important the area. Duh.
Yeah. Duh.
Science.
No, I guess like the other skeptic in me, and I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but like, is that
RJ
something?
frozen?
It's bad.
No. Okay.
Bad.
Sorry.
No, he's not frozen at all. But like, maybe that's the government's way of controlling everybody. Like, I don't fucking know. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you one way or the other. You need to make your own goddamn choices in life and live your life.
For sure, the government does use
raw
tactics.
Dog,
they raw dog you.
They will raw dog you.
And they'll honey dick you and raw dog you at the same time.
Yeah.
Like that, they use tactics like that.
Kind of feels good. That's
people.
why we let it happen.
Yeah, exactly. We like that little bit.
Yeah.
Who
doesn't?
It's fun for the first couple minutes.
Yeah. Just like any relationship, then it becomes a chore.
Yeah. It's too raw, baby. It's too raw.
And then you don't shower for it, It's like, this is fuck. You want it, you get it.
Oh.
Not that my relationship's like that.
But in other ways, like the government has been known to do that. Like just even thinking of the Cold War and what we know about the Cold War. Like I don't have an example, but they did use those tactics in the Cold War. So of course they're going to continue to use it. They used it before. They could use it since.
Yeah.
There's some credibility to the theory that it could be happening because the government has been known to do that. Where they'll give somebody with a limited credibility some information, see if it gets leaked, and if it does, I don't know. It's just the theories out there are just as interesting as this technology that may or may not exist.
I also just feel like if this guy actually knew something, he'd be dead by now.
Yeah, fuck, I know.
Right?
Like,
what's his name? Snowden? That Snowden dude that hacked the NSA and told everybody about it and then fled to Russia. The only reason why he's alive right now is because he fled to Russia.
Yeah.
Like you don't get to spill those beans and then not get arrested for some stupid. Like they would just pin you with anything.
Oh,
wearing fucking white after Labor Day.
For sure.
100 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't even disclose if they found the person that did it. They'd just fucking kill you and that'd be the end.
Yeah. Yeah. They'd be like, don't worry about it. It's for the mafia.
Okay, well, Bob Lazar, Search for Area 51 or whatever, kind of lame. I'm giving it like a 3 tomatoes out of 6,
Oh, fuck. No, we can't be using tomatoes. We gotta get a better
what are we
fucking...
using? Well, the dog just sneezed twice, so I'm giving it 2...
I thought that was RJ, and I thought it was like a sign of life.
No.
I'm giving it 2 sneezes out of 5, okay?
Yeah. 2 sneezes out of 5. Wow.
Oh, we might get third one. We might get a third sneeze.
You guys have to wrap it
2
up.
out of 5.
I got nothing left.
Yeah, no, I'm giving it 0 bones out of 5 Like I just
0
was not
bones?
in.
It was a horrible movie. Horrible.
Yeah, I didn't get even fucking midnight on it at all.
Well, I'm giving it 1 foreskin out of 4. Okay. Like it's getting something.
I'm giving it a completely empty sky out of 5 UFOs. It was garbage.
Okay.
Garbage. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It led me down a little bit of a wormhole with that Billy Meyer.
Yeah.
Those Billy Meyer pictures. Did you see those?
And it was just like
some dude put a hubcap in a tree and like strategically took a picture, and it's like this proof in like the 70s. And there's one where it's like clearly in the foreground and above the camera, but he's taking a picture of like the background's focus and the foreground's blur. You can just tell that it's something that's just above the camera.
I want it to be real, but that movie sucks so bad that I take all credit away from it.
Yeah, same. I agree.
Yeah.
That's a good final thought.
I think it was like the great philosopher
R. Kelly?
Mulder Scully that once said like...
R. Kelly? Is that what you said?
No, the Scully.
Said R. Kelly.
From the X-Files once said, like, I want to believe.
I want to believe, but...
I do want to believe, and I do believe
that's totally R. Kelly.
Aliens
that's
are
R.
possible.
Kelly right there.
Yeah.
I believe I can fly.
Yeah.
Ooh, sing it, baby.
R. Kelly.
All right,
Or
boys.
stop it, son.
My fucking eyeballs don't work
Whatever.
anymore.
Okay, why don't you send us off
Let's
there,
wrap
RJ?
this
Yeah,
up. I
baby.
want to give another glorious HJ to Frontline Fiesta for the beautiful song that opens the show and will end the song within 10 seconds. You can download us on Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, everywhere else that podcasts are available, as well as follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Do you guys have any follow-up or last words for this UFO episode?
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
You're
That's all I
impressed.
gotta say.
What's coming up next week, RJ?
I can't even imagine what I'm going to be tomorrow. It's going to be a horrible disaster.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with that bag of puke in the corner?
I'm going to throw it on the street.
Let the south side deal with
So
it.
sad.
Yeah.
North Wall, baby. That's my neighborhood.
North. Nice. All right.
North Wall will
Wall,
deal
ride
with
or
it.
die.
North Wall will deal.
Yeah. We're a family.
Up,
All right. I got
up the North Wall.
Okay. Mike, you
Okay,
got any
all
final? Yeah. No. Okay.
No, I
thanks
got
for,
nothing.
I got nothing.
Thanks
said it
for
all.
listening.
Bye.
RJ's going 3 bottles next time.
No. I've learned a lesson. One bottle is enough.
3 bottles.
One bottle's enough. One bottle's enough.
3 bottles.
All right.
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We are
Don't
pretty much
fuck up the
experts.
saving
You can check us out on iTunes,
podcast,
Stitcher,
but-
Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Tune in next week. We are pretty much experts, and we love you, I guess.